Coming up on Cardinals Insider.
And that's a liner, and that is a double play.
Returning to with Kolten, Wong, and Paul DeJong. Plus,
the team winning is the only thing that's important.
Hear from John Gant on his dominant first half. And later,
we're going to run this contest because we already know what we're going to do.
Are you hungry? Go inside the kitchen as these chefs compete to create the next Busch Stadium food item. Welcome to Cardinals Insider. I'm your host, Ozzie Smith. I turned a lot of double plays for the Cardinals, and I've helped shape the Cards' current middle infield too. Paul DeJong and Kolten Wong are the ones turning two now. Here's a closer look at how they turn it.
Paul DeJong and Kolten Wong started 2019 the same way they began 2018, with early work in Jupiter, arriving well before report day to polish their middle infield defense.
Once you start building that chemistry and you get it to a certain point, that's when you see, guys really turn double plays, the crazy amount, and, us being able to make plays that people are like, how do you guys do that?
Kolten's an amazing second baseman over there. We're always communicating on, how we're doing. We're always practicing together, throwing partners. So, just kind of a build up over time, but we're definitely at that point now where, we're a tandem at the middle.
Wong got the glove on the ball and just tapped it from the glove over to DeJong. That was some slick fielding.
Great double play duos are nothing new in St. Louis. In fact, Ozzie Smith and Jose Oquendo have gone from turning DPs to teaching them.
Oquendo and Ozzie are more like aggressive with your feet moving forward, and also being smart reading the hop. So, it's not just charge everything. Sometimes you don't charge, but overall, I think what they do is really stress the fundamentals and stress the communication between, shortstop and second base.
I feel like every single day it's something new, something that I can add to, my bag of weapons. And, and you talk with someone like Ozzie, it's crazy, man, because he's just so good at playing a shortstop that sometimes he talks and he shows you things and you're like, Ozzie, I don't even know if I can do that. I don't even know if I can put myself in that position.
All the extra tips and tricks are starting to show up more and more in game. They're not just turning two, they're making it look seamless.
A little shovel pass by Wong and a nifty double play.
I know that when Paul's going to his right and he throws the ball to second base, he usually leads me to my glove side. So I know that when I'm turning my double play, most of the time I'm going to have to go across the bag. Where when he's coming to his left, he'll usually flip it behind the bag, so I know I can stay behind and use the bag for coverage. That's the biggest thing when you learn, and then Paul's able to kind of pick up little tendencies with me, and that's how you start turning double plays, and you're able to turn double plays where you didn't expect it to be happening.
Just because the game's so high speed, you have to rely on your partner, but you also have to kind of anticipate your partner. And Kolten and I have played enough games now that we're really starting to get comfortable.
Two for the price of one. It's the pitcher's best friend. All courtesy of Wong and DeJong up the middle. For Cardinals Insider, I'm Brett McMillan.
It's been a great first half for John Gant. The right-hander has sported a sub-2 ERA for most of the season. He's been consistently reliable for Mike Shield all summer. For that, he's this week's player profile.
0-2 pitch from John Gant. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Gant was dynamite.
The stat line and the numbers mean less than nothing to me. The team winning is the only thing that's important. It's a team sport, team game. That's the only important thing.
Johnny's a man of few words. He's an action guy. So he goes out and performs, and he goes, and regardless of circumstance, he's ready to compete. He loves competition. He embraces big moments.
So 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Preparation is a little different just because routine is going to be different. As a starter, you got your day, you know exactly when you're going to pitch. As a reliever, I come to the ballpark knowing that I get a chance to help the team every day. So that's exciting, and I'd say just the routine is a little different.
The pitch to the 24-year-old shortstop. Strike three call on the inside corner.
Just trusting your stuff. God has blessed us with athletic abilities and talents, and we just got to trust that and know that Schulte and the guys are going to put us in the right spot and in the right situation to help the team succeed.
And a 3-2 again. He got him good. Changeup, John Gant.
You know, Johnny has the ability to not make it bigger than it is, and so he loves the competition. He embraces it. He wants it. He also has the ability to back it, so it's a great combination.
Just getting that experience and just growing as a pitcher and as a player and as a teammate.
Swinging a ground ball to the shortstop. Up over and OUT. Cardinals sweep the Cubs as Gant picks up the save, his third of the year.
Straight ahead on Cardinals Insider.
Let's go ahead and dig in because I know that these things are delicious.
Time to eat the donuts. Also coming up,
it was a great turnout and it looks like the kids are having fun.
Dexter Fowler gives back to kids in St. Louis. Dinger's Donuts are a popular dessert item here at Busch Stadium. They're served hot with your choice of frosting and toppings. Even the players love them. Take a look.
Let's go ahead and dig in because I know that these things are delicious.
This isn't going to surprise me at all.
Yeah, let's taste test.
Wow.
Can't believe they're still good.
Yep.
You know, I'm not quite sure if I really fully experienced the flavor in that first one, so
yeah.
maybe it should be worth a second try.
Yeah, I got to try a chocolate one. Just in case. These were great. These.
And we all know that the third time's a charm, right? So.
No, those are good too.
So yeah, it's probably safer. We want charm to try 3.
Yeah.
All right, you talked me into it.
No. Technically, it's not official if you haven't tried them both at once. You know?
Right, the Dinger sandwich. And who are we to not try both flavors, right?
Right.
Let's see. Oh, look at these sprinkles. Also called Jimmy's if you're from up in the Northeast. So.
True.
And this thing here.
Oh yeah, the bottom ones are a little warmer.
The heat has been trapped. The third time's the charm.
Well,
so let's just make sure that we're covered in charm.
This one has a lot of Jimmys. I didn't get a lot of Jimmys.
Yeah, well, you gotta try them with Jimmy's, yeah. Sometimes when you let food sit for a minute, it can change texture, it can change flavor. So let's just make sure that these Dinger donuts stay pretty consistent.
You're unbelievable.
Yeah.
These taste even better in robes. Just throwing it out there.
A lot more comfortable eating them, I think. Oh, look at this poor little guy. Oh, geez.
Oh, no.
No. He looked lonely without being.
How many more we got in there?
Not enough.
Jed, if you had to pick a flavor?
I'm going vanilla.
John?
You know, I was going to say chocolate, but if Jed said vanilla, I should probably just make sure that. Man. Yeah, I'm going to stick with chocolate.
I'm undecided. I got to try both of them again.
Yeah.
I think the combination flavor is probably
the Dinger
best.
sandwich, yeah. Yeah. Who am I to judge?
Yep.
Let's try a Dinger sandwich.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to take these to go.
I'm crying.
I ate like 40 of them.
We got to be done.
Straight ahead.
They're going to learn base running, outfield stuff, some infield stuff, some pitching, catching, the whole nine.
The only thing better than learning baseball with Dexter is doing it for free. Plus,
so you can actually get married at Busch Stadium.
Ever dream of a ballpark wedding? These people made it a reality. Join Adam Wainwright and his teammates for an evening of family fun and fundraising at Top Golf in Chesterfield on July 14th. Guests will golf and take photos with Cardinal players while raising money to help many in need both here in St. Louis and around the globe. Tickets are available now at bigleagueimpact.org. Earlier this summer, Dexter Fowler helped coach a summer camp. Kids enjoyed hands-on instruction from Dexter and other coaches free of charge. Here's a look at this special event.
Not all kids are lucky enough to attend summer camp, so outfielder Dexter Fowler decided to host one of his own. all centered around the basics of baseball and free for kids here in St. Louis.
We decided to team up with Pitched In and pro camps, and you know, obviously we do a lot of stuff in the community, and this is awesome. You know, it's a free camp, you know, for anybody who signs up, and you know, it's been great. It was a great turnout, and it looks like the kids are having fun.
The camp is open to all skill levels ranging from 1st to 8th grade.
You coming to my game? Awesome. I think Naya's gonna come too. Naya, like this. Whoa, good job. You know, they're gonna learn base running, outfield stuff, some infield stuff, some pitching, catching, the whole nine. But like I said, the most important thing is they come out and have fun. That's nice. I think that's key. Listen, they say, my dad used to tell me, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So listen twice as much as you speak. The best part is that I think it's a smile on these kids' faces, you know, just being present and being around them and the joy that they have, and you know, that's the joy I try to play with.
From the Major League instruction to the fun in the sun, this camp is sure to be the highlight of anyone's summer.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. Good to meet you. Good work.
For Cardinals Insider, I'm Emily Stevens.
Every wedding day is special, but some couples take it to the next level by getting hitched at Busch Stadium. Here's what it looks like to have a ballpark wedding.
So we have tons of great events here at Busch Stadium, but the one that's perhaps the most special is you can actually get married here. One of my favorite parts about working with couples on their wedding day is going through all of their creative ideas. Our couple this past weekend even wanted to have fireworks shoot off as they kissed and said their vows. And it was a really magical experience for them. I know that the groom was especially excited about it, but the entire crowd, you could see it in their eyes that they were all super excited to see this couple together and the conclusion of their ceremony. Busch Stadium is perhaps one of the most beautiful backdrops you could ask for your wedding photos. So when you have your ceremony here, obviously there's so much opportunity for beautiful pictures. You can take pictures together in the dugout. You actually get married at home plate. You know, there's so many magical moments that happen here. We have so many couples that want to make their most special moment take place here as well. We try to make the process as simple as possible. You're working with the Cardinals coordinator the entire time planning the details, but you're also working with a Delaware North catering coordinator. They will help you plan your menu and really work with the chefs to get anything you could imagine for your special day. So if you're interested in tying the knot here at Busch Stadium, you can go to cardinals.com/events for more information.
It's time for this week's trivia question. 10 years ago, St. Louis hosted the All-Star Game. How many Cardinals were on the National League roster? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? The answer when we return. We're back with the answer to this week's trivia question. We asked how many Cardinals were on the 2009 All-Star teams. The answer is 3. Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, and Ryan Franklin all made the squad that season. Pujols and Molina both started, while the American League went on to win 4-3. Here's more on the most recent All-Star Game here in St. Louis.
And welcome to Busch Stadium in St. Louis for the 80th Major League Baseball All-Star Game.
The atmosphere for the 2009 Major League Baseball All-Star Game here in St. Louis was really fantastic. It had been since 1966 since St. Louis had hosted the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, and that had been celebrating, in effect, the first season of the previous ballpark, Busch Stadium 2. The 80th Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 2009 was celebrating, in some sense, the opening of Busch Stadium 3, but really an opportunity to show off St. Louis to the country and to the baseball world at large. We had a great team on the field, led by Albert Pujols and, of course, Yadier Molina. And Ryan Franklin had done some great work in the bullpen, and he was voted into the All-Star Game as well.
Okay, hey, Albert. What happened? This guy, man, in your home park. What's going on, man?
He told me he was going to make me look bad.
In 2009, Albert was really at the peak of his game. He had won an MVP at this time in his career, multiple batting championships, and this was his opportunity to play host and ambassador, not just as the National League's most valuable player, but really as baseball's greatest player at this point in his career. It was so great too to have Stan Musial here in town to help sort of be that passing of the torch. We had seen it as St. Louisans from one generation to another, and of course there was a wonderful moment on the field. He presented the game ball to President Obama, the sitting president at the time, for a first pitch. So it was a wonderful ceremony, and the players on both teams that were standing at attention preparing for the national anthem sort of broke from their standing poses just so they could shake his hand, so that they could have that moment and have that connection with Stan Musial. It was really a special experience. The game itself was a tightly contested affair. It was 3-3 until the late innings when the American League scored in the 8th. They would win the game 4-3. But again, it was a wonderful celebration of baseball here in St. Louis, and we'll see when the next All-Star game comes to town. But most fans will never forget the 80th Major League Baseball All-Star game in St. Louis at Busch Stadium 3.
Coming up next,
They may be trash talking, I'm going to win, but they truly believe it.
the Busch Stadium culinary staff is whipping up some competition. Busch Stadium offers a wide variety of food options, from hot dog carts to gourmet meals. There's something for every occasion. An entire culinary staff works to make sure there's always something fun and new at the ballpark. This year, they're competing to create a new item. Next week, you'll see what the judges picked. But today, let's meet the teams.
I am going to select Jatana Smith and Tanya Williams for the green team.
We have so much culinary talent in this building, and people come to the ballpark, they want more than just an experience they see on the field. So we decided to make this little competition, have some fun, and try and come up with some really great new items. And we're looking for the best one that will debut right after the All-Star break.
My second pick, Rich Bonner.
So we have 6 chefs who have picked 2 supervisors to be on their team, and they are to come up with a new item, something very new, creative, different, that we can sell here in the ballpark. So they have been working very hard on the items, and I can't wait to see what they come up with.
We run the Redbird Club here at Busch Stadium, and we're going to run this contest because we already know what we're going to do.
So my big advantage, like I said, is my team. They know the building, they know our patrons, they know flavors, they know textures, and really honestly, they're just feeding me right now.
I picked both of these guys because they're ambitious, they're young, they know food, and they're excited for this competition.
A lot of experience because we worked together previously. I didn't say, but we got this in the bag.
Or thinking as a team is what are the fans looking for? So we have something up our sleeves.
The skill levels, the creativity, these guys can really make it happen.
I think we are the best teams, hands down.
No competition?
I don't see any competition there at all.
The biggest competition is us. They've got to come get to us.
Well, I think they're all strong. We have a lot of talent in this building. I just don't think they can compete with us.
Yeah, there's no better team, let's put it that way.
Let them keep talking. Culinary hands talk, the mouth don't.
Each one of the teams are going to be asked to present in a few weeks their item, and they'll present it to a panel of judges. We're going to taste it, see how it is, and good luck to all of them.
Perfect. All right. We're going to keep these later. We're going to make some good color in these foods. These boys ain't going to know what hit them.
So this is the navy blue team, and we're doing what's called mise en place for our dish. Those are ingredients that are going to go into the finished product.
Essentially what we're going to be doing is we have to figure out something that is creative, something that utilizes leftover product, something that is going to be a wow factor.
Think out of the box. There's no rules to this other than we want to be the best and we will win this event.
Right.
I don't want to win it for me, I want to win it for you.
These guys are excited. They're a very competitive bunch. They're very tight-lipped about what they're doing, but they're excited about this competition, and every one of them, you know, they may be trash talking, I'm going to win, but they truly believe it.
Next week, the teams reveal their dishes and submit their entries to the judges. You can get the winning item at Busch Stadium after the All-Star break. We'll be right back. This episode is coming to a close, but we're always online at cardinals.com/insider. Plus, our YouTube page houses all of our content, including individual stories and past episodes. After the Cardinals swept the Cubs at home earlier this year, they celebrated with some karaoke, and it was all for a good cause. Here's what the Cardinal Wives for Wishes event sounded like. All of it benefiting the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we'll see you next week.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Thank you.